being 5 hours from the place where we were looking to buy a second home, we were, very overwhelmed to start. There was a lot of communities, a lot of styles of homes, a lot of considerations with neighborhoods and taxes and access to water and things. And Randy really got to know us pretty quickly and guided us very well, and would occasionally dissuade us from a certain area for a particular reason, and he was always right, we found, and he got us to the right house and got us through the issues, and we're just very thrilled with where we ended up.
Believed in fate a little bit. We had started our own little journey by going around the lake, and it was overwhelming to figure out what personalities were and where were we best suited. And we just came here one day and we were sitting and having breakfast, and as we found out in Wolfeboro, everybody's very social and very eager to share their experiences. And this couple, similar to us, they both were in professional careers and they lived down in Connecticut, not quite as far as us, and recommended Randy and said that he guided them through their journey very well. In their case, communicating the different types of water areas on the lake, which is not ours at the moment and hope to be someday, but they recommended Randy highly, so we just went with it. And we were fortunate because our journey through this house was, in my opinion, a little bumpy. There was a lot of things to go through, and Randy dissected every piece of it and was researching ad nauseum all the details to get this thing done. And if it wasn't for him, we would have probably walked into something that was, not good for a buyer. So we did perfect.
There was a lot of aspects of the particular home that we purchased that were completely, unknown when we started the process, and there were also issues way above our ability to comprehend them. We had issues in the home we eventually purchased regarding, permitting and certificates of occupancy and the way the home had been upgraded, that Randy did a lot of research and found out some issues, worked with us through those issues, and then when it came time for the home to be inspected, he recommended the home inspector that we chose, but he recommended that we get an expert in a particular area, antiques, to look at the house, which was actually a great idea because we have a very kind of specialized home. And then we ended up with issues with septic, with chimney. The house is fantastic, but it did have some issues that Randy's expertise, if he didn't have it, he went and got it, and he guided us through, and we got everything flattened, finished, out of the way, and we got a great house. And but he brought a lot of skills to the table that we didn't even know were needed by a realtor.
I mean, I think of Randy as, well, now I think of him as a friend, but at the time I felt like he was our advocate, not our realtor, because there was many times that I felt that he was not comfortable with us buying this house unless we squashed all these details out. So he was our partner and advocate rather than a realtor. So I felt so comfortable that he was not going to let us walk into anything that was not going to be the perfect house for us in the perfect condition, and that we were going to not regret any decisions or find any issues. We thoroughly investigated this house using the folks that he made us bring to the table. I think he just dissected every detail, little things, and when you're buying a house, those little things can really multiply into major issues. And he was attention to detail. If he didn't understand the specific challenge we were having, he called all the experts quite a few times and got the information that we needed. So I called them the pit bull many times.
I would say just if you had to sum up his approach to this and his, what he brought to the table, it was, he was diligent, he was trustworthy, he was very detail oriented, and he was helpful. If we focused on something that was of minor importance, he would sort of give us a little, anecdote or a little background as to why maybe we shouldn't be spending all this time thinking of this, but maybe we need to think of this over here that we hadn't thought of. So that's another way of saying he was thorough.
I think I haven't obviously been a seller. I've been on the buying end. So as the buying end, I was very thankful he was on my side. I can imagine on the other side of the coin, the same thing. He would have all your ducks in line before you got that to market, for sure. And so being that we just went through just the opposite, where things weren't in line for this seller, it delayed it many, many months. So because of the attention to detail, I think Randy would be best representing you on both sides.
Yeah. No, absolutely. If we sold a house in New York within the last 5 years, and when we sold it, after some bad experiences, we said, you know what, let's get the best agent out there, and we were very happy that we did. And I think we're new to the Lakes region, but Randy was highly recommended. I can't imagine that selling a house, based on buying a house using Randy, surely we'd see a different Randy if we were selling a house, but the Randy that helped us to buy a house had the skills that would translate to either side of the transaction, and we're going to recommend him to anybody. We've already recommended him, and we didn't even finish the closing until today.
Mm-hmm.